AI can build you a website in 10 minutes. So I want to answer the question I think a lot of business owners are asking. Do you actually still need to pay for a custom website? And honestly, sometimes the answer is no. But sometimes that decision is costing you way more than you realize. Let us break it down. Tools like Lovable, Framer AI, and even Wix at this point have gotten genuinely good. The output doesn't look bad, and if you told me a few years ago that someone with zero coding experience could have a clean, modern website live by lunch, I wouldn't have believed you. But here we are. So today I want to give you an honest comparison. Not a pitch, just the actual trade-offs. Because the right answer really does depend on where you're at with your business. Let's start with the good stuff. Because there is some good stuff here. Starting with the build time. Nothing beats it. You can have something live today, not in a week, not after 10 rounds of revisions today. And for some situations, that's what you need. Cost is the other obvious one. These tools are either free or close to it. If you're bootstrapping something, testing out a business idea, or just need a landing page while you figure out the rest, spending thousands on a custom site would genuinely be a bad decision. And these designs are pretty solid, however a bit generic. These designs are mobile friendly, they're clean, and they're not going to make you embarrass yourself. However, after looking at a number of these websites, people might start to notice it's a quickly built AI site. If you're a freelancer, a new business validating an idea, or you just need a basic website presence, an AI builder is a completely valid option. Where it starts to show some cracks though, and this is the part people don't talk about enough, is that these tools are building you a website. They're not building you a marketing system. And there's a big difference. Let's generate a site real quick. So I've generated 2 websites, one for roofing, one for contracting and building. So let's take a peek at the roofing one. So some of these cracks that I had mentioned earlier are already starting to show. These 2 websites look very similar. Our heroes look almost exactly the same. Our what we do is 3 cards and icons, or a couple cards and an icon. These are very common design patterns done by AI. They do work great on desktop. They do work great on mobile. They do get your business idea across. But like I mentioned, there's not a whole marketing system here. All the content here is not very focused, much like a custom website provider would provide. Now let's talk about the other side. A custom website paired with an actual digital marketing strategy. SEO, paid ads, SEM, the whole thing. The difference here is intent. When we build a site for a client, we're not just thinking about what we can put up quickly for some presence. We're thinking about who's searching for them, what those people actually type into Google, and then building the entire structure around that. The pages, the headings, the content, all of it is mapped to how real buyers behave. And that carries over into paid traffic too. If you're running Google ads and sending people to a generic homepage, you're burning money. A custom landing page built specifically for that campaign, matching the ad copy focused on one action, that's what converts. It also scores better with Google's ad quality systems, which means you're paying less per click than your competitors, and that money adds up fast. The other thing is flexibility. At some point, every growing business hits a wall with a template-based platform. You want a custom quote calculator, a specific integration, a members area, something specific to your business? The platforms just can't do that. Custom websites don't have that ceiling. Now, the trade-offs are real too. It costs more upfront, it takes longer, and you need a team you trust to actually execute it. Because a custom site done poorly is worse than a good template. I'm not going to pretend there's no risk here. But for a business that depends on their website to bring in leads, book appointments, or drive sales, the ROI on doing this is not even close. Here's how I actually think about it. An AI builder is a great starting line. If you don't have anything set up yet or you're at an early stage, use one. Seriously, get something live and see if the business has legs, then invest from there. But if you've already validated your business and your website still isn't generating consistent leads, that's not a website problem. That's a strategy problem. You need more than a good looking page. You need the right people to find it, and you need it built to turn those people into customers. The website is kind of like a storefront. An AI builder gets the store open, but SEO and focus design is what puts you on the right street. Ads are what drive traffic past your door, and conversion optimization is what gets people to actually walk in. You need it all working together, otherwise you're just a storefront that nobody walks by. Anyway, I hope that gives you a clearer picture. There's no universally right answer here. It really does depend on your stage, your goals, and your budget. If you've got a specific situation and you're not really sure which direction makes sense, drop it in the comments and we'd be happy to get you a real answer.